Thinking about retiring out of San Diego and cashing in on a purchase in Temecula? You're not alone. I actually hear from viewers of our channel all the time that are looking to do that due to several factors, and today I want to break all of those down for you, talking about retiring from San Diego, cashing in on the much cheaper prices here in Temecula. Stay tuned for more. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, your local Temecula Valley realtor, and this channel is dedicated to all things living in the Temecula Valley, from new construction tours to neighborhood spotlights to new things coming here to the valley. I want you and your family to know exactly what it's like living here before you make the move. Thanks for tuning in today. Let's dive in. Like I said, I get viewers from our channel reaching out all of the time talking about making the move to the Temecula Valley, and I quite often hear from people that are thinking about retiring here and moving up from San Diego. Now, Temecula neighbors San Diego, and so it is quite frequent that we would hear from somebody coming up here from San Diego because they really want to look at cashing out of where they are and cashing in here in Temecula. So I'm going to tell you why they're making that happen and why it might be the right move for you. Let's get to it. So let's talk first and foremost about the most obvious reason why someone would choose to retire in Temecula coming up from San Diego, and that is simply due to affordability. Temecula is known as one of the nicest, most affordable areas of Southern California. Now, certainly there are nicer areas. You could absolutely be living by the beach in San Diego, but you're certainly going to pay the price, which is why you're tuning in here today to say, is it worth my time to get out to Temecula? So a home in San Diego could cost you around $1.2 million, where you could cash out of that very same home, move to Temecula, potentially even get more space and more of a yard and more to do, more amenities for around $600,000 to $700,000. So you can almost cut that price point in half by getting up to Temecula. And so that is quite often why people reach out to us, because they realize all of the equity that they have in their current homes in San Diego, the fact that they can just sell that and buy a home for all cash here and not have a monthly payment. It's especially appealing to those that are dealing with higher interest rates that have come here over the last several years, and helps overall with the affordability side of things. Now, outside of those home prices, you'll also be saving a bit on your property taxes once you get out here. And if you're thinking about retiring here and you're over 55, you can actually take advantage of a tax basis transfer, which will allow you to transfer your current tax basis. If you bought that home that's now worth 1.2, you bought it for 500,000 out there, you can transfer that basis here to Temecula, and you can actually bring a lower tax rate with you, which is a huge advantage, again, especially if you're looking at those monthly affordability costs. Now, outside of that, the overall cost of living is going to be cheaper in Temecula. You're going to see less overall when it comes to some of those utilities, groceries, gas, and those other expenses. They're going to be lower than what you're going to see in San Diego. Reason number two people will come out here is just a lifestyle change or lifestyle upgrade. Now, you may say, no way, San Diego is the ultimate place to live in Southern California. And again, there's a small part of me that recognizes that living closer to the coast is definitely better. But when it comes to living here, you're going to get a little bit more space, right? If you are living in San Diego and in that 1.2 price point, you're probably packed a little bit closer together and paying a lot to live really, really close to your neighbors. If you're looking for more space, not only in your lot size, but more space in your home for your money, you're definitely gonna get much more of that in Temecula. So you'll be able to buy a bigger home and have more of a yard, or hey, if you're looking to retire and you want to simplify things, then you can keep the smaller yard and keep the smaller home, and it's just gonna come with a much smaller price tag. Others will also seek to live here because of the community feel. Now, if you're looking to retire and maybe want to live in a 55+ community, we've got plenty of those here in Temecula, where you're going to have, even some gated communities and some clubhouses and pools. We've got several different communities that will fit really well for that, where you can have kind of that community feel that maybe you're missing from the neighborhood that you're living in inside of San Diego. So community feel, there's lots of community events here. It's just gonna be overall a slower pace of life than what you may be used to living in San Diego. And also along with that lifestyle comes things to do. While San Diego offers a ton as far as entertainment and things go, maybe you're not seeking to go to the hottest new restaurant and the concert and the sports games and all of that. And maybe you're just looking for a more leisure lifestyle, which Temecula absolutely offers. Over 50 wineries, several golf courses, we've got casinos, we've got spas, we've got things for you to do, nature and outdoors, hiking. We've got Old Town Temecula, which is just a really condensed version of some really good restaurants and some shops. You can walk through it in an hour if you choose, or you can spend the entire day down there. And it's just not gonna feel like the hustle and bustle that you have in downtown San Diego. Now let's talk a little bit about some of the commute and accessibility of living in Temecula versus San Diego. So maybe you're thinking about that retirement here and you're going, but I'm just going to miss being around all my friends and family that maybe still currently live in San Diego. Reality is we are just a short 1-hour drive to get you to San Diego. It's simply just not that far when you really put it into perspective. While yes, there may be some traffic and that can be a hassle at times, really getting down there is a quick trip for those of us that already live here in the area. So it's not going to feel quite as far as it may be in your current mind. An hour drive to go see a friend or to have a dinner or even to go spend a weekend with the grandkids who still live down there is really easy. And it's just as easy for them to get up here and come experience some of the wine country and restaurants and all that we have up here. So keep that in mind. It's not going to feel as far as it may seem. Now, also, I would like to consider like your proximity to airports. Maybe you like to do some travel. Yes, if you live in San Diego, you've got the San Diego airport right there and it's just super easy for you to get to. But our main airports that you're gonna be using out of here, you would either get down to San Diego, so about an hour drive to that, or up to Ontario, a little bit further north of here, and you're looking at about a 45-minute to an hour commute to the airport as well. Depending on how often you travel, maybe that is an issue, maybe it isn't, but those airports just really aren't crazy far from us either. Now, while we're on this subject, I will just say that yes, Temecula does come with some traffic, but no, it is nowhere near what you are used to if you've been living in San Diego. So if you are frustrated trying to get somewhere around San Diego, downtown San Diego, the outskirts, during rush hour, all of that, you can forget about it when you get yourself out to Temecula because traffic just isn't that bad. There are certainly peak times that the freeway is difficult, but it is going to be nothing in comparison to what you have in San Diego. So if that is really grinding on you, Temecula is going to get you away from that and it just won't feel as bad. Now let's talk about the financial benefits of this move, not just the affordability side, but what is really great and what causes people to come here is the fact that you are going to sell high in San Diego and buy relatively low in Temecula. So you can cut your home price in half, or we can significantly save you from there. So a lot of people are coming to us and they are looking to sell what they've got in San Diego. Maybe you're sitting on $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 worth of equity in that home. You can sell that one and buy it all cash here in Temecula. Number one, that's going to make the purchase process incredibly easy for you here because every seller would love to work with a cash buyer. But that's also just going to make it really nice for you here because you're going to cut out the monthly payment. And as I said, with rising interest rates or kind of that stagnant interest rate that has been here over the last several years, that's really going to help overall with those monthly payments for you. So it's going to help cut costs. Again, the monthly expenses here are going to be less for you, and really just the overall cost of living is going to be reduced for you once you get here. And the great news with that is the more you save, maybe that's just more comfort for you as far as a nest egg in your bank account, or maybe that means more travel for you, maybe that means earlier retirement. We've had people come from all over the spectrum on that have shared with me their reason for doing so, but whatever that reason is, I really think it's gonna put you in a much better financial spot if you're able to get yourself here to Temecula and start to plant those roots. Now let me give you a fair shake at things here and give you some potential drawbacks that you might want to consider before you retire out here in Temecula. Number one is going to be the weather. Nobody on this planet can beat San Diego weather. So maybe this is an obvious one for you, but it's gonna be a little bit warmer here in Temecula for you than it would be in San Diego. You cannot beat that San Diego coastal weather, so it's going to be hotter. We're going to have several days during the summer over the 100-degree mark. But the really nice thing about here is that we're still gonna get the coastal breeze, which cools things down at night. So if it's 100 degrees during the day, it still will cool down into the 60s to 70s at night, and you'll be able to open those windows and cool things off really nice and quickly. But it is good to be aware of the fact that it will be warmer for you in the summers. Now, another thing to consider would be the healthcare aspect side of things. There is a lot of healthcare options in San Diego, and that is kind of the mecca of Southern California as far as healthcare, hospitals, and all of that go. When you come up here to Temecula, you're gonna have fewer options. That just comes without saying, but there are several really good options here in the area. You've got several hospitals in Temecula as well as Murrieta that will be able to provide the needs that you're looking for. And both of those cities have been working diligently to bring more healthcare providers into the area, more doctors, more alternative options. There's also a Kaiser located in Wildemar. So there are plenty of options here, but it's just not gonna be as robust as you may get in San Diego. Now, most people here, if you're going to have some sort of major medical procedure, they're going to elect to hit a hospital down in San Diego. So plan for that, but there still are options here and some really good treatment places as well. So if you're working with some sort of medical condition, do your research on the hospitals here and make sure that those would be able to accommodate what you're looking for before making that move. And lastly, you'll want to consider the entertainment side of things here. It really depends on what you like to do. Like I said earlier, maybe you're ready to give up that lifestyle of all of the things happening in San Diego, all of the events, the concerts, the sports, the venues, the restaurants, all of those things happening down there. Maybe you're ready to give that up for a little bit slower pace. But again, a reminder that there's plenty to do here in Temecula as far as some of those wineries, some shopping. It's just gonna be a little bit slower pace, and it's not gonna be the hot new artist coming to town for a concert. It's gonna be the new winery that just came out with the best Cabernet that you're gonna want to go check out. So if you're looking for that, you'll get it in Temecula, but just be aware that if you're going for those big events, you're still gonna have to drive down to San Diego. So that's it for my breakdown of retiring from San Diego and moving up to Temecula. I really hope that you enjoyed today's content or at least found some sort of value in it. If you've got your mind thinking and you're really not sure if you want to make that move, why don't you go ahead and reach out to my team. You can give us a call, you can give us a text, you can email us, or you can even schedule a Zoom call with the link down below in the description of this video. My team and I would love to walk you through the process, help share with you some stories about people just like yourself that have made that move. We'd love to walk you through it and see if it's the right choice for you. So if you're looking for somebody to bounce some of those ideas off of and ask some more questions, please reach out to my team. We would be happy to assist. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We'll see you next time.